You've put up your picture or video of whatever it is you're selling, product and all that, right? You've put the price. You put the price in your captions. You even put the price in the creative, the image of the video itself. The price is there, right? People have been messaging you that, oh, this is nice. How can I get one? You've been gisting with them. Everything is going on smooth. They will now ask you, is it payment on delivery? Can I do payment on delivery? No, no, you cannot, right? But the reason why people ask those questions is a thing of trust, right? Once you build trust with someone, which again, that's a very hard value to find in Africa, not just Nigeria. When you build trust with someone, they're able to do business with you. That is what today's episode is about. Building trust with your customers, your potential prospects and all. Bonjour. Welcome to another episode of MIA with Damini, a bi-weekly show targeted at helping African business owners sell and market their products and services better. So just like I said earlier, I'm not a fan of payment on delivery. It's a red flag for me because we've tested it in some businesses and we've seen that a lot of people abuse it, right? So fine, the outcome is to, prevent the customer from taking on any risk, right? So make sure they don't get a situation of what I ordered versus what I got, right? But a lot of people abuse it, and because of that, I don't use it for any business, and I don't even suggest it for any business. However, there are different things that should be done to build credibility for your business, to build trust and all of that. And you don't need 100,000 followers because those can easily be bought. And a lot of people that have plenty following are still doing things that are bad. So I can tell you so many stories, nightmares. Let's call them nightmares because I know one story. But I can tell you so many scenarios and so many instances where Mr. A ordered for something. We got the dispatch guys to pick up. Mr. A said we should send our account number. We sent it. When the dispatch guy got there, Mr. A said he had made a transfer to us. Meanwhile, we had told the company that we only accept payments through them, right? The rider now left, right? So you might even say that, oh, maybe the rider should have stayed and called us, all of that. But again, we're not a dispatch company and they had other people to attend to. So you can understand why the rider left. And to be honest, it's a question of trust and honesty, right? If the person was honest, we wouldn't have been in that situation in the first place. But yeah, Mr. A said he had sent us the money. And when we called Mr. A after like 10 minutes, the rider had left. Mr. A said he had sent it to the rider's account. I'm not sure if it was the rider's account or the company account, one of the two. Long story short, that money, nobody enjoyed it. Both the rider, because he had to go and print out his statement of account, both the rider, both the dispatch company, and both us, the business owners, right? Nobody enjoyed the money. And that guy made away with a lot of goods. We went to the address, nobody was there, right? Another time this happened, and we actually went to that address and we saw the person and finally collected our money. But how many people would you do that with? Does that even help grow your business in the long run? You're not doing a business for 2 months, 3 months. All things being equal, you want to do businesses that will last years, generations, in fact, right? And payment on delivery is not it. It doesn't help your business. What would help your business though is you building trust with potential customers, prospects, things like that, right? So you want a scenario where somebody interacts with you on one of your online channels for the first time. You want them to see all the right things there, and then go ahead to purchase or place a payment or place an order and all of that, right? Without asking the question, Do you guys offer payment on delivery? When I hear that question, it irks me out, to be very honest. But there's certain things you have to put in place for you to avoid hearing that question and building trust. So you want to ask yourself three questions, right? Question number one would be, how do you drive curiosity of your potential customer? How do you get them interested in the products that you're selling? So that's driving curiosity. Your second question would be, how do you build authority? How do you build authority in the field or in the space where your product is serviced or rendered? So, for example, now if I'm selling wigs, right? Because I'm selling wigs, I need to be talking about hair. I need to show my customers that I know about hair, so that they can know that whatever wigs they are buying is legit, best care has been maintained, all of that. The final question, the third question would be, how do I take the risk from them and put it on my own shoulders? Because when you don't offer payment on delivery, the question that a customer would always ask is, how do I know that you will not run away with my money when I send it to you? When you answer these three questions, they will not ask you that question. So let's do a deep dive into each question. The first one is, driving curiosity, right? And the reason I want to drive curiosity is because you want people to be aware that there is a need for what you're selling. A need or a want, one of the two. At the end of the day, we just want them to send us money, right? And purchase what we're selling. So that curiosity could be, let's say you're selling a red dress. Now, typically, your target customer is scrolling through Instagram, watching funny videos, seeing pictures of their family and friends and loved ones, and then they see your ad, right? When they see your ad, the first question they should ask themselves is, this dress is nice. Would it look good on me? How much is it? I wonder if they have my size. You've driven curiosity, right? You've made them ask the right questions. And the next step will be then to click on your platform or click on your page or click on your website and all of that, right? From there, you don't want to build authority. The next place you are going to, let there be scenarios of you building authority there. What do I mean by building authority? Social proof, testimonials, reviews, a couple of celebrities or influencers that have worn your dress or your clothes. If using the same clothing line example that we spoke about in curiosity, right? You want to build social authority, social proof rather, in that space, so that when this target customer has finished asking themselves things like, oh, do you have my size? How much is it? When they come to your platform, the answers that they will see will now be, oh, this person wore this. Look at the review that this person put up here. Okay, let me click this review. And then it takes you to a real human being, not some Instagram bot, right? It takes you to a real lady or a real gentleman that has patronized your business before, talking about, oh, how, the product that they bought from you was splendid, right? So that's you building authority. The next thing would be allay fears. How do you take the risk from the customer and put it on your own shoulders, right? And that's not payment on delivery. A lot of people think it's payment on delivery, but it's not payment on delivery. The truth of the matter is, you've put yourself in the tightest of tightest corners, and you've taken all the risk 101%, and nobody else has taken risk. What you want to do is take more than take take 99% of the risk from the customer, right? Leave that 1% with them. But yeah, what you want to do is, for example, using the same clothing industry, you want to have policies, terms and conditions and all of that in place, right? You want to have refunds, you want to have returns, you want to have exchanges, you want to have all these policies in place, because the next question that they're going to ask themselves is, after they've seen your social proof, they've seen that you're an authority, that you've been doing this clothing business for a while, or you provide quality services and products to your customers, they want to be a customer. So the next question will be, how do I pay? Right? Now, when they're about to make payment, that's when all the logic in their brain begins to work. What if this person runs away? I don't know this person. I don't know anybody that has bought from this person before. How can I trust this person? That's when you then answer with your risk, your risk questions. When you are taking the risk from them, you now say things like, oh, we offer a 3 to 5 day refund and returns policy. Oh, we offer exchanges at no additional cost, so far the item you are buying is within the same cost range, right? What else again? What else again? Free money back guarantee. A lot of people do this. A lot of people do the money back guarantee one as well, right? Now, the idea here is, so far the product you are selling does what you say it does. For example, now you're selling a red. Let's say you're selling a red dress. You don't want a situation where once I buy the red dress and I wash it once, it will become white, right? That's a problem. But because that will lead back to them coming online and insulting you, which is never good, right? But the idea here is what you are saying is what you are doing. It's not a question of what I ordered versus what I got, right? So yeah, once you have those policies in place and you are sure that what you are selling, the product you are selling is up to standard, then you are good to go. You shouldn't even be afraid. Now, there's a statistic that says that only about 3% of people actually request for a return or a refund, right? Now, out of that 3%, only about a 0.5% have legitimate reasons that cannot be resolved. So, for example, now maybe a typical problem from the manufacturer. For example, now you make shoes. Maybe for some funny reason, the soles in one of your shoes did not dry properly, right? When the customer complains, obviously you should offer them an exchange or a refund, right? So those kind of scenarios, they rarely happen, but when they happen, there's a solution in place, right? And now when you even render good services to people, right, or you fix problems that might have arose or arisen, whichever English is correct, right? When you do that, by the time they are talking about your business to other people, they become your word of mouth advertisers for good, because there's also bad word of mouth. They become your good word of mouth advertisers. They help you spread the gospel for free as well, which is always a great thing, right? So that's typically why you want to answer the three questions. Recap. First question, driving curiosity. Second question should be how to build authority with social proof. The final question will be, how do you allay your customers' fears? Right? How do you take that risk? When you answer these three questions, you're good to go. They will not ask you things like, oh, do you offer payment on delivery? Some people will still ask, oh, because again, human nature now, humans are natural. Some humans, let me not say, oh, are just naturally stubborn, right? But yeah, that's typically how you go about it. And if you answer these questions like that, definitely, you will have a lot of customers that are willing to send you money immediately because you've shown them proof that you are a legitimate business. And that's a wrap for today, guys. Thank you so much for listening to another episode on the MIA with Damini podcast. As you well know, this podcast is sponsored by Oja Digital, a digital agency targeted at making marketing simple and productive for business owners. If you have any questions as regards, business development, marketing tips, all of that, or you even have comments, right? If you want to be part of the podcast as well, feel free to give me a shout out. Feel free to send me a message on TikTok, on Instagram, at Damini.Williams, right? So this is me saying goodbye. See you on the next episode, or hear you and hear me, I guess, on the next episode.